Former National Security Advisor John Bolton called on former President Trump to end his campaign for president following the release of the 37-count federal indictment against him. Bolton tweeted on Friday that criminal charges are piling up against Trump and he would support the rule of law instead of as if violating it if he truly believed in prioritizing the country's interest. Donald Trump should immediately withdraw as a candidate for president. Criminal charges are piling up around him. If Trump truly stood for American first policies, he would support the rule of law instead of continually flouting it. Withdraw now, he said. Bolton, who served as Trump's national security advisor for about a year and as ambassador to the United Nations during George W. Bush's administration, has previously sharply criticized his former boss, more recently telling CNN that Trump did enormous damage to the country and the Republican Party. The indictment against Trump was unsealed on Friday, revealing that he has been charged with 31 counts of willful retention of national defense information in violation of the Espionage Act, along with 6 other charges. Trump has denied any wrongdoing and argued that the investigations of the classified and sensitive documents that were taken to his Mar-a-Lago property in Palm Beach, Florida, after he left the White House, politically motivated. The case against Trump marks the second set of charges he is facing after he was indicted on 34 charges of falsifying business records by a Manhattan grand jury earlier this spring. The charges stem from payments that his former attorney Michael Cohen made to adult film star Stormy Daniels for her to remain quiet about an affair that she reportedly had with Trump ahead of the 2016 presidential election. Trump is also facing criminal investigation over his role in the January 6, 2021 insurrection and broader efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election, efforts to overturn the 2020 results in Georgia. Okay, let me see here. Trump has remained a clear frontrunner for the Republican nomination for president in 2024, despite the various legal issues. Former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson, the competitor for the Republican nomination, called on Trump to drop out of the race after the Manhattan indictment, saying it would be a huge distraction from the election. So, it's a sad day when I agree with Bolton. He's one of the worst individuals, I would say, in American politics, at least in the 21st century. Just his position on international issues are very awful. He wants to go to war with Iran and North Korea and pretty much any other country you can think of that's not an American ally. Very lousy diplomat. But I have to agree with him on this. I think with charges piling up, with a bunch of investigations that are not likely to end anytime soon, it is going to be of considerable distraction, not only in a Republican primary, but just in an election, to have the front runner for the Republican nomination and possibly the Republican candidate, if he wins the primary, facing all of these charges. And I do think that, like we talk about Trump's voters are sycophants, they'll back him no matter what, but I do believe him being the general nominee, and I'm just making a prediction. I don't care what anybody says. I think this whole being indicted by this many people and this charges here and there is going to really hurt him in the general election. And not only is it going to ruin his chances of being able to unseat Biden, but it's also going to, again, distract from key issues. Like, I'd much rather be talking about healthcare or people not having jobs, not how many charges can Trump get this week. But again, I'm mentioning it because everybody else is speaking about it, and it's a sad day when I agree with Bolton on anything. And it's like, what drives me crazy is you have Trump's former, because Bolton is someone that Trump worked with, that Trump picked for national security advisor, a guy who is coming at this from a place of obvious scorn, right? Like, hey, you ditched me, so now I'm fine with these charges against you. I think you should drop out. You're done. So these, just like they say, the charges are politically motivated. Well, Bolton coming out and saying, I want Trump to drop out, Trump should drop out, is, if not politically motivated, even though it is technically, because for a while he was talking about entering the Republican race himself, which I thought was laughable. If it's not politically motivated, it certainly is motivated by revenge. Like, hey, you burn me, so I'm gonna burn you right back. And he's the wrong person probably to be conveying this. Like the issue we have here is that anyone who's either running for president currently or who is a Democrat, left leaning, or even people who worked for Trump that he did not end on good terms with, none of our words are going to mean anything to a supporter of his. One, because a lot of them are just sycophants, but two, um, we all are going to be seen as saying these things out of some, again, political motivation. Even though I really just have no interest in seeing a person that's been indicted and has 37 charges, or even more than that if you count the E. Jean Carroll case against them as a presidential candidate. But it's like I wouldn't like that if it was a Democrat either. So I would agree with Bolton. I just don't think this is going to mean much. They're just going to keep saying that we're all politically motivated. It's all fake news. We're lying. He didn't really get indicted.